नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यं श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तमलकं च शिष्यं तन्तोटको वार्तिककारमन्यान् अस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि. अध्याय 9 श्लोक 11. अवजानन्ति मां मूढाः मानुषीं तनुमाश्रितम् परं भावमजानन्तो मम भूतमहेश्वरम्. मानुषीं तनुम् आश्रितं भूतमहेश्वरं मां मम परं भावम् अजानन्तः मूढाः मम परं भावम् अजानन्तः मूढाः मानुषीं तनुम् आश्रितं भूतमहेश्वरं माम् अवजानन्ति. So, in the previous shloka, Bhagavan indicated that Paramatma is Adhyaksha. Adhyaksha implies that he is not samsari. Since he is not involved in the Jagat, he is not samsari. Since Paramatma is the only Chaitanya, and essentially the Jiva is also Paramatma, Jiva is also not samsari. On understanding this, one can get moksha. Then the question arises, why everybody don't understand this? Why everybody don't see the truth? Then Bhagavan says, there is ajnana, there is ignorance. So, people are deluded by ignorance. How they are deluded by ignorance? Mama param bhavam ajanantaha mudhaha. Mama param bhavam ajanantaha. Ajanantaha, without knowing. Mama param bhavam, my ultimate nature, my true nature, they don't know. It is avarana shakti of ajnana, which conceals the true nature of Paramatma. And when they are not aware of the param bhavam, they are mudhaha, they are deluded. The delusion is vikshepa. It's an effect of vikshepa shakti. So, mama param bhavam ajanantah indicates avarana shakti. Mudhaha indicates vikshepa shakti. And they don't recognize the true nature of Paramatma. Therefore, they consider Paramatma just as any other human being. See, manushim tanum asritam. Bhagavan is talking about himself. Manushim tanum asritam. I am present in a human body. Manushi tanuhu means human body. Asritam, present in a human body, dwelling in a human body. Mam, bhuta-maheswaram. But I am not confined to the human body. I am bhuta-maheswara. I am the Ishvara of every being. But they don't recognize me. Avajananti. They look down upon me. This statement can be understood in two ways. One way of understanding, he is talking about Krishna as avatar. In Avatara, Paramatma manifests in human form. But essentially, he is not any human being. He is Paramatma himself appearing as human, in human form. Krishna is referring to that. Manushim tanum asritam mam. I am present in human form, but I am bhuta-maheswara. I am not a human being. I am the Ishvara. But they don't recognize me because they are mudhaha. They are deluded because of the strong ajnana. Because of the power of ajnana, they are deluded. Therefore, mam avajananti. They look down upon me. This is one interpretation. He is just son of Devaki, son of Yashoda. Why people are talking about him so much? So, some people are not able to acknowledge the divinity in Avatar. So, there is a school of thought which says Krishna or Rama, they are not avatars. They are just great men, great human beings. There is a school of thinking. But the Shastra says otherwise. Even if you look at Gita, Bhagavan himself says, Sambhavami yuge yuge, ajopi sanna vyayatma bhutanam ishwaropi sanna. Chapter 4. There is avatar. unlike any other human being. It is avatar. And that is a different type of janma. Therefore, Krishna is not, cannot be understood as just as a great man. It is not so. And Shankaracharya himself acknowledges this. Even in the beginning of Gita Bhashya, Krishna is none other than Bhagawad. If you look into the Upodghata Bhashya of Bhagavad Gita, it will become clear. Krishna is none other than Bhagavan himself, Paramatma himself, who descends on the earth in order to restore dharma, Vaidikam dharmadvayam, in order to restore the teaching of dharma. So, this verse also can be understood in the same light. Krishna is not just an avatara, not just a human being, but he is an avatara, Paramatma himself manifesting as a human being. But majority of the people fail to recognize it. This is one possible interpretation. Then another possible interpretation, so people are ignorant of the Paramatma, the true nature of Paramatma. And they think bhuta-maheswaram. Paramatma is essentially bhuta-maheswara. But they think that he is, the self is just confined to the human body. The Atma is essentially Paramatma. But because of Ajnana, we think we, the Atma, is nothing but this limited individual. This is another interpretation. I don't know whether it makes sense to you. No sense. It doesn't make sense. It is another interpretation. Another interpretation, we are not taking this to mean avatara. We are just meaning to say that Paramatma is infinite. But Ajnanis look upon the Paramatma as Jivatma. See, who is Jivatma? Jivatma is nothing but Paramatma mistaken. Paramatma mistaken to be confined to a body is a Jivatma. So, this can be understood in that sense also. So, essentially, I am Paramatma. All of us are Paramatma. But Ajnanis, mudhaha, because of ignorance, they think Paramatma is a Jivatma, confined to the body. So, even that can be an interpretation. So, both are correct. So, see, Mama param bhavam ajanantah mudhaha. The mudhaha, the ignorant ones, who are not aware of my param bhavam, my true nature. So, bhuta-maheswaram mama param bhavam. In that interpretation, bhuta-maheswaram mama param bhavam. My true nature, which is bhuta-maheswara, which is all pervasive support of all the beings. Ajanantaha, mudhaha, mam manushim tanum asritam. They think I am just confined to the human body. And avajananti. Manushim tanum asritam matva avajananti. They think I am just confined to the human body and avajananti. In the second interpretation, Anvaya will be slightly different. See, bhuta-maheswaram mama param bhavam ajanantaha mudhaha mam manushim tanum asritam matva avajananti. Matva we have to supply. Thinking so. Avajananti. It is second interpretation. But Bhashyakara does not seem to take the second interpretation. He seemed to take only the first interpretation. Evam mam nitya shuddha buddha mukta swabhavam sarvajantunam atmanam api santam avajananti avajñam paribhavam kurvanti mam mudhaha avivekinaha manushim manushya sambandhinim tanum deham asritam manushya dehena vyavaharantam ityetat param prakrishtam bhavam paramatmatattvam akashakalpam akashadapi antaratamam ajanantaha mama bhuta-maheswaram sarvabhutanam mahantam ishwaram swam atmanam tatascha tasya mama avajnana bhavanena ahataha varakahate. Evam, in this manner, referring to previous shloka. Mam, evam mam, this kind of me. Nitya shuddha buddha mukta swabhavam. So, Paramatma is Nitya shuddha buddha mukta swabhava. He is a Nitya, eternal, Shuddha, pure, Buddha, consciousness, and Mukta. This is the Swabhava of Paramatma. And Sarvajantunam Atmanam. He is the Atma of every being, the self of every being. How many Atmas are there? Only one Atma. Paramatma is the Atma of everyone. Atmanam api santam mam Avajananti means avajnam paribhavam kurvanti. They look down upon me. So, looking down upon someone without understanding somebody's value, it is called avajna or paribhava. Ignoring someone, looking down upon someone without understanding the value is called avajna or paribhava. Avajnam paribhavam kurvanti mam, who mudhaha means avivekinaha, people who are avivekis, who don't have viveka, don't have proper understanding. Manushim means manushya sambandhinim. Manushi means manushya sambandhini, related to human being. Tanum means deham, means human body. Manushi tanu means human body. Asritam, manushim tanum asritam mam, me who is present in the human body, means manushya dehena vyavaharantam ityetat. One who is vyavaharanta, one who is transacting, one who is transacting through a human body. Ityetat. This is the meaning of manushim tanum asritam. He is transacting through human body. That does not mean he is any ordinary human being. Param means prakrishtam, the greatest, the supreme, the transcendent. Bhavam, param bhavam, the transcendent nature. What is the transcendent nature? Paramatma tattvam, the paramatma tattva, paramatma swarupa, which is akasha kalpam, for paratva, for transcendence of the nature. Bhashyakara gives an example. Akasha kalpam, like akasha. Kalpa is a pratyaya here. Kalpap pratyaya. Kalpap pratyaya is added when something is almost close to another, but not totally same. Almost close to another, but not exactly same. Then we add kalpap pratyaya. Ishadasamaptau kalpabdeshya deshiyaraha is the sutra. Ishadasamaptau kalpabdeshya deshiyaraha. Kalpap pratyaya. So you are making some dish and it is not exactly, perfectly, it did not happen the same way. Idli. You tried making idli. It did not become as soft as idli is supposed to be. It was a little hard, but it looks like idli. So, idli kalpam. almost like idli. Then kalpap is used. So here, akasha kalpam. Paramatma is akasha kalpa. Means he is in some way similar to akasha. Not exactly like akasha. There are differences also. But in some way he is similar to akasha. So akasha is the closest possible example, but it is not a perfect example. Because there is nothing equivalent to Paramatma. So akasha kalpam, who is more or less like akasha. And why kalpa is used? Because akashadapi antaratamam. Paramatma is internal compared to akasha also. He is the cause of akasha also. The support of akasha also. Therefore, akasha kalpam. Ajanantaha, without knowing it, mama, my param bhavam, mama param bhavam, ajanantaha, bhuta-maheswaram, sarvabhutanam mahantam ishwaram. I am bhuta-maheswara, mahantam ishwaram. Mahancha asau ishwarascha maheshwaraha. One who is the great Ishvara is called Maheshwara. Maheshwara, the greatest Ishvara, the greatest Lord of all the beings, Bhutanam. Swam Atmanam, and this Bhuta-maheshwara is nothing other than one's own Atma, the very self of all the beings, the Atma of even the Ajnani also is Paramatma. But the Ajnani does not recognize it. Tatascha, therefore, tasya mama avajnana bhavanena ahata varakahate. Tatascha, therefore, tasya mama avajnana bhavanena. So tasya mama, that kind of me, avajnana bhavanena, because of the repeated looking down of Paramatma. Avajnana bhavana means a habitual looking down of Paramatma. And because of that, who is the loser? Paramatma is not the loser. The Ajnani himself is loser. Therefore, ahataha, they are beaten up. They are beaten up by their own thinking, their own way of thinking. Therefore, they are varakahate, they are varakaha, they are pitiable, mean, poor fellows. Shloka 12. Moghasaha mogha-karmanaha mogha-jnana vichetasaha rakshasīm asurim chaiva prakritim mohinim shitaha. Yeah. So, the Ajnanis are described further, the mudhaha, the deluded Ajnanis. They are described further. Moghasaha, moghaha, ashaha, yesham te moghasaha. Their desires are mogha. Mogha means useless, futile. They have futile desires. Means their desires do not lead them to anything permanent. Their desires only cause problem. See, there can be two types of desires. One is a desire which leads you upwards, spiritually upwards, spiritually elevating desires, like mumukshutva, the desire for moksha, desire for brahmajnana, desire for Vedanta Shravana. These are spiritually elevating desires. Whereas the desires of the materialistic people is spiritually degenerating in nature. They are called Moghasaha. It will not lead them any way closer to moksha. Mogha-karmanaha, and their karma is also useless. Their karma, their activities, even they are mogha, useless. Means they will not lead, they do not contribute to spiritual growth. Mogha-jnanaha, and their knowledge, their learning also is mogha, useless. Their learning, knowledge is also mogha. They might have learnt a lot of things, but it is of no use as far as moksha is concerned. Yesterday somebody was asking how many shlokas are there in each Upanishad. So, if you learn all these things, it is not going to give you understanding of Upanishads. There are university and some organizations that teach Upanishad without giving the vision of Upanishad. Just a skeleton is taught. How many verses are there in each Upanishad? How many chapters are there in each Upanishad? Which Upanishad belongs to which Veda? So that is what, which Upanishad consists of which story? All these are taught, and they conduct exam also. But it is a mogha. He will have a satisfaction. I have done the course and I have passed the exam, but it is not contributing in any way towards one's spiritual growth. Mogha-jnanaha vichetasaha, they are avivekinaha. Vichetasaha avivekinaha. Rakshasim asurin chaiva prakritim mohinim shitaha. So, they take recourse to Rakshasi Prakriti and Asuri Prakriti. Rakshasi tendencies and Asuri tendencies. There is a slight difference between Rakshasa and Asura. Asura means asushu ramante iti asuraha. The ones who revel in the body are called asuraha. For them, body is primary. They can do anything for body. They are called asuraha. Body oriented people are called asuraha. They may not be harmful to others necessarily, but they are only interested in the body and the material life. Such people are called asuraha. Then rakshasaha, rakshanti janaha asmat iti rakshasaha. People try to protect themselves from him. Then he is called Rakshasa. So Rakshasa is dangerous, can create problem to others. So Asura is relatively harmless, but Rakshasa can be harmful also, violent in nature. So these people, these deluded people, they take to Rakshasi Prakriti and Asuri Prakriti, and both Prakritis are Mohini. They are deluding in nature. They tie the person down to samsara by furthering delusion. So see, Bhashya. Katham Moghasaha iti. So Katham, how? This should be connected with the last line of the previous Bhashya. Te varakaha, they are mean. So how they are mean, it is explained. Moghasaha vritha ashaha ashishaha yesham te moghasaha. Moghaha means vritha, vain, futile, useless. Ashaha means ashishaha, their desires are futile. Yesham te moghasaha. What samasa? Bahuvrihi samasa. Tatha mogha-karmanaha. Also mogha-karmanaha. Their actions are mogha. Yani cha Agnihotra-dini taihi anushtiyamanani karmani tani cha tesham Bhagavat paribhavat swatmabhutasya avajananat moghani eva nishphalani karmani bhavanti iti mogha-karmanaha. Yatatha, likewise, mogha-karmanaha yani cha Agnihotra-dini taihi anushtiyamanani karmani. So they may perform even the Vedic karma, Agnihotradi karma also. They might perform. But even those karmas are useless. Useless in the sense, from the spiritual standpoint, it is useless. It may yield some material desires, but from the spiritual point of view, it is useless. So, yani cha Agnihotra-dini, they may perform Agnihotra, taihi anushtiyamanani karmani, their karmas. Tani cha, even those karmas, even the karmas like Agnihotra, they perform, they are also mogha. Any other karma is definitely mogha. Even if such people perform Agnihotradi karma, the vihita karma, even that is mogha. Vai mogha? Tesham Bhagavat paribhavat. Because they look down upon Bhagavan. Therefore, their karma is not done with the attitude of Ishwararpana buddhi. Because they look down upon Paramatma. They don't recognize Paramatma. So, Bhagavat paribhavat. Bhashyakara explains Bhagavat paribhavat. Swatmabhutasya avajnanat. They look down upon Paramatma, who is none other than their own Atma. Swatmabhutasya Bhagavataha paribhavat avajnanat. So, by looking down upon Paramatma, they are looking down upon themselves, their own true self. To indicate that, Bhashyakara says, Swatma bhutasya. Paramatma is none other than their own true Atma, and they look down upon Paramatma. They do not consider Paramatma. Therefore, avajnanat. Moghani eva. Moghani means nishphalani, useless. Karmani bhavanti iti mogha-karmanaha. Tatha mogha-jnanaha mogham nishphalam jnanam yesham te mogha-jnanaha. Tatha also mogha-jnanaha. They are mogha-jnanaha. So, mogham jnanam yesham te mogha-jnanaha. Their jnana is mogha. Mogha means nishphala, useless knowledge. Jnanam api tesham nishphalameva syat. Not there. Huh? Is there. Yeah, then what is not there? You have to add tatha mogha-jnanaha mogham nishphalam jnanam yesham te mogha-jnanaha. Jnanam api tesham nishphalam syat. Their jnana also is nishphala, useless. They might be having lot of education, lot of studies. All these studies, if they are not facilitating to understand Paramatma, then they are useless from the spiritual point of view. Vichetasaha vigata vivekascha te bhavanti ityabhiprayah. Vichetasaha means vigata vivekaha. They are lacking in viveka. Te bhavanti, they are ityabhiprayah. So, te bhavanti, they are such, ityabhiprayah. This is the abhipraya. Te bhavanti is the abhipraya. Means we have to understand it so. It is not mentioned, but it should be understood as Bhagavan's abhipraya. Kinchate bhavanti rakshasim rakshasam prakritim swabhavam asurim asuranancha prakritim mohinim mogha-karim dehatmavadinim shritaha ashritaha chindhi-bhindhi pibakhada parasvam apahara ityevam vadanashilaha krura-karmano bhavanti ityarthaha asuryanamate lokaha iti shrutehe. Kincha, moreover, those people, bhavanti is supplied by Bhashyakara. Shritaha bhavanti should be connected with Shritaha. Shritaha bhavanti. Rakshasam iyam rakshasi. Rakshasi means that which belongs to Rakshas, Rakshasas or Rakshas. Rakshasim prakritim means Rakshasam prakritim, the prakriti of Rakshas. Prakriti means swabhava. Rakshasim prakritim means Rakshasam prakritim, the prakriti of Rakshas. Rakshas is sakaranta shabda. Rakshas, Rakshaha means Rakshasa. Rakshasam is Shashti Bahuvachanam. 6-3 of Rakshasa Shabda. Rakshasam prakritim, the prakriti of Rakshasas. Asurim cha, Asuri means Asuranam prakritim, the prakriti of Asuras. And both are Mohinim, means Mogha-karim. They are Mogha-kari. Mohini means Mogha-kari, deluding, delusive. And how Mohini? Dehatmavadinim. They are prakritis. Lean towards Dehatmavada. Dehatmavadinim prakritim. The tendency that is associated with Dehatmavada. Considering the body alone as the Atma is called Dehatmavada. Shritaha, Ashritaha, they take recourse to it. They are committed to Rakshasi and Asuri Prakriti. They allow, they cherish it. Bhashyakara explains with the example Rakshasi Prakriti and Asuri Prakriti. Rakshasi nature and Asuri nature. Chindhi bindhi, paraswam apahara. These two are Rakshasi Prakritis. Chindhi bindhi, chindhi, chindhi means cut. Bindhi, break. Chindhi means cutting with a sharp weapon is chindhi. Bindhi means break. Breaking with by beating or something is breaking. So with the stick you can break. With the knife and sword you can cut. So chindhi bindhi. This is a Rakshasi, because when people say this, others will run away. Rakshanti. They need a protection from these people. Paraswam apahara. So, rob others' wealth. Paraswam means others' wealth. Swa means wealth. Paraswa means others' wealth. Apahara, rob. These two are Rakshasi Prakriti examples. And then piba khada, drink, eat. This is Asuri Prakriti example. Drink, eat is Asuri Prakriti. Enjoy the life. Ranam kritva ghratam pibet. Asuri Prakriti. Ityevam vadana shilaha. They speak such things. They have the habit of saying such things. Ityevam vadana shilaha. By habit, they speak such words. And these words reflect their way of thinking, their nature. Krura-karmanaha bhavanti. They generally become krura-karmanaha. They are generally violent in their actions. They cause violence to others. They are cruel in their actions, in their behavior. Ityarthaha. So, and in favor of this, Bhashyakara quotes from Ishavasyopanishad, Asuryanamate lokaha iti shrutehe. So, Asuryanamate lokaha andhena tamasavritaha. This Shruti Vakya represents such people who do not acknowledge the presence of Paramatma. Instead, they revel in the body, revel in the material world. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.